Hey people, this time I'm gonna talk about debt. Do you know what's debt? How do you pronounce it though? Debt? Debt. By the way, I remember last time I posted on my Instagram story, I did share the work on public because I have the tendency for transparency, so I like to share what I'm doing, just want to show to people like you can go to this tab. I start recording this too fast that how about this? Or was doing the lighting just now. Okay. I did the work. Okay, I did chakra. I remember it was 2022, maybe, or 2021. I post on my story. I literally like do shadow work on public. Like usually you don't do. My insecure self or any other insecure people would not go to that. Who would share their diary? Who would share their journal? Like what I'm insecure about myself. Blah, blah, blah. Who would share those kind of things on Instagram? Sorry, me. That's what I did. That's literally what I did. I literally was like, so one of the, I didn't really check. Maybe if I can find it, I would show it to you. So it was about like, it's chakra shadow work, and one of the question is, what are you scared about yourself? Why are you ashamed about yourself? Why are you embarrassed about yourself? Something like that. You know what I embarrass about myself? I write there. Or even like what I fear about myself, depth, my deepness. And I remember I have this story. I met this one guy online. He has this depth to him that is freaked the fuck out of me. Every time when I remember that thing that happened, I'm like, oh my god, is that how? So if I'm scared of his depthness, that's how usually universe project our insecurity on other people, so that it mirror back our wounds to ourselves, right? That whatever happened between me and that guy reminds me of myself. I'm like, oh my god, if I'm scared of him, if I'm scared of his depth, that's exactly what's going on here. I just need to accept. I just need to embrace my depthness. There's part of me, long time ago when I was insecure, there's part of me, I cut my expression so much because the more I speak, the deeper it gets. It's not just about, say, I would like to use this analogy. Say, I went on a trip on a boat, on a yacht with my friend, right? And then we saw an iceberg, tip of the iceberg though. And then we start talking about the iceberg, like blah, blah, blah. But then at the same time, I dive into the water. I already saw the beauty of the bottom of the iceberg, the underwater of it. So I'm like, I told them about it, but no one can relate to it. It's like no one have seen it. No one can. They don't have any idea about what the fuck is she talking about. So I feel alone. I'm like, now who can relate to me? That's basically how I feel now. When I gone deeper and deeper under the layer, when I try to speak to people, when I try to talk to people, of course I want to be relevant to others, but they cannot reach me there. So why do you still want to be in my space if you cannot get down there? Why do you want to be friends with me if you cannot go down there? Because I'm not going to talk about this stupid shit like at the tip of the iceberg. Like, this is boring. Everyone's talking about the same shit. Like, I want to talk about deeper shit, the deeper layer of something. And let's come back to how last time I used to cut my expression too much, because I remember I talked to my parents, right? I'm like, they told me to do something, religious practice. So I asked my mom back, or maybe I asked my dad back, maybe I asked them both back, like, why? And that they turned to me like, you don't ask why. Some stuff you just never question why, you just do it. It don't work like that for me. If I ask you, why you want me to do this? You have to have the answer to it, because make it make sense. And you think about anything that I have to do, I want to know why. That's why I cut my expression last time, because I start asking people around me like that, right? Like, why? I need to make sense of it. So tell me why. But none of them can tell me why. But you've been practicing it for what, 20 years, 30 years, 40 years? Why are you 50 years old? So why the fuck you don't know the answer? At the end of the day, me, 14 years old, I'm like, I know now why. I dive deeper into the Quran and I did all the research and whatnot, and I studied, and I'm like, I went to tell them, like, so this is exactly why people were told to do so, blah, blah, blah. And even 2 years ago, actually, the more I understand meditation and whatsoever, I start relating my situation, my isolation, with whatever happened to the Prophet. It's not like, oh, she's a prophet. No, bitch. But it's human experience. It's human experience between one individual and the God itself. Like, it's the connection. So that's what I'm trying to say. I'm like, now I understand. Like, you just need isolation to connect better to the spirit world. Duh. My God. Chill. And so, let's come back to the story. I did the shadow work. It's like, what are you embarrassed of yourself? Embarrassed of yourself. I said, my dad, because I have this tendency. Every time I ask something, I want to know where it's coming from. I want to know, how does it make sense of it? Because eventually I know that everything is interconnected, interrelated. So if this happened here, it must have affected the other side. You see? So now you know, I'm like, don't bother come near me, don't bother talk to me, don't bother. I'm not here. If you want to ask me more about things, don't be my friend, be my student. If I want to laugh, if I want to have fun and whatsoever, I want people who already at my level of consciousness. It's about consciousness, like how far you know about life. If you're still those people who busy talking about the tip of the iceberg, like, I have one friend. So basically it's like this. I used to have one friend, okay, unlike the rest, who are busy talking about the tip of the iceberg, right? Oh, the shape is like that, the color is like this, blah, 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 blah. And then here, me and that other friend, we were talking about what's underwater. We're curious about it. Like, I heard the underwater is like this, blah, blah, blah. I heard the depthness is like this, blah, blah, blah. I heard there's this and that, blah, 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 all that shit, right? But it's not like we both never tried it. At one point, I dare to say that I personally had my own experience where I have dived unconsciously. Same goes to her, because, or maybe it's just her curiosity, I don't know, I never asked her. But sometimes I don't even trust her anymore, because over times I realized that she's just bluffing. So I don't trust any shit coming out from her mouth. But I'm just gonna tell the story here, okay? So basically, we were talking about this, and then here comes the situation where I am made, okay? Universe made me to go ahead, dive underwater and find out yourself what's in there. And I'm like, I'm scared. We always have fear for things that we've never done before. Fear of mistake, duh. Fear of looking stupid, duh. But everything that I do, I also, just like any other human being, I have fear too. The difference between me and you, maybe because I face my fear, duh. So basically, I have that fear. But universe told me, try it. Just dive deeper. Trust yourself and dive deeper. And I'm like, fine. And I dive into it. Wow, all these, whoa. Maybe first time I dive deeper, it's not like dive deeper, but first time I dive underwater, I went to tell her that bluff friend. I'm like, you should. Before that, she told me stuff like that too. I don't know if she ever tried it or not, but she's the one who told me like, you should meditate. You should heal. So I'm like, oh really? Okay, I'll try that. And because I was encouraged by her, I was encouraged by universe as well. I was like, girl, go dive under the water. Like, go find out what's there. And I'm like, okay. But you know, maybe our pace is different. So after that try, I tell her like, oh my god, let's just play underwater after this. But she showed to me that I'm scared. Really, I'm scared. Now she started doubting her own gut. So I'm like, honey, I'm the kind of person, I hated it. I hate making plans with people when I want to do something because I don't like anyone who stagger. I don't like anyone who stagger my plan. That's why when I want to go somewhere, I want to buy things, I want to I don't want to make plan with people. Like, they only hinder your plan. What the fuck? That's why when I was so excited at the time, and I told that friend, I'm like, let's do it. And then she's like, oh, I'm scared, I'm not ready. To be honest, our pace is different. So she's like, I'm not ready for it. And I'm like, then never mind, I'll just do it my own. And then I leave her. And at this point, coming back to who I surround myself with, don't talk to me if you cannot go down there. Like, why are you gonna talk to me if you don't understand what is going on down there? Why are you gonna talk to me? It's tiring while I'm explaining to you, like, oh my god, the other side, did you try it? Maybe if we do this, you did that, like me talking about things under the water. And then everyone is like, huh? When I make them dig their food in the water, this is me speaking metaphorically, by the way. I'm like, just me, like, I like to have a personal connection with people, and then I will make them dip their food in the water just to see where they're at, like, just to see if they're comfortable about it or not, right? Not many people are comfortable talking about their emotion or their person, whatever, right? People are masking too much in this world. So I'm like, oh my god, this water is so nice, feels so good. Me and in the water is so good, come dip your food in the water, come try it. And then they like dip their food in the water, boop, and they're like, yeah, splashy water, but that's it. And I'm like, come down, I'll help you, I'll guide you. Okay, I'm scared. And then like go jump up again. Or even they only do that because of me. Now you're gonna pretend like I only go deeper, I only do all that because I want to be friends with her. Or maybe like I kasihan her because I pity her, she's alone, so I'll just play with her, play along. But I didn't really mean it like that. So I'm like, get the fuck out of my face. I don't need those kind of things. I don't need, no, not my world. I don't need people who only, yeah, I'm gonna dive in the water too just because I was there to hold their hand. I'm like, this is how we do it. The thing is, I have this story. That's what happened with me and someone I know. So it's family, by the way. So I brought her into the water, start explaining to her what's in the water, what you can feel when you're in the water. It's fun. And then she's like, oh really? And then she starts slowly going to the water, like, I like this, da 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 da. And then I'm like, we only talk occasionally, so we separated. And then after so long, we catch up again. And I'm like, we were talking about something. And then when I talk with people nowadays, last time I masked a lot, so I try not to go deep. But now I just cannot control myself anymore. So when I talk to people, it really go deep. Everything is deep. So I'm like, start talking to her, right? And then she's like, and then she was just at the tops of the iceberg. Like she literally was just like, she's not comfortable to go down here. So it's like we've go in the water together before, but this time her behavior is like, I need your hand again, I need you to be my clutch again, I need you to be my float again, to be in the water. And I'm like, I don't have time for that, bitch. Like, what the fuck? I've taught you before, I've showed you before, there's nothing to be feared in here. But that's the thing, after we separate, you're supposed to be doing it on your own. If you like it, if you're comfortable with it, it should be your own shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to be friends with people like that. So last time, I used to like skating. No, sorry. I used to have this fantasy, I want to skate friends. I like skating. I like the idea of skating. When I was young, I had a skateboard, but couldn't really do much. I tried to do something, but it was just me alone in my backyard trying to do flip tape whatsoever, but it never worked, never happened. And then at the age of, maybe I was 28, 29 years old, 28, 27 years old, I met friends, like a group of friends who like to skate. And then they invited me to join them. So I'm like, wow, that's fun, and I skate. But they're skating because they like skating, okay? They practice it on their own. Maybe, because when we met, they always have achieved something. Means that they keep progressing. Their skills keep progressing. So every time we met, I noticed that, oh my God, they're getting better. That means that they're doing something that they like, okay? And me, meanwhile, I only start skating when I'm with them. The fuck? That's why every time when I'm with them, I'm like, oh, I progress. But when we stop, of course, my skills stop too. And then when you are trying to learn something and you stop, you don't do it consistently, like, what are you going to pick up there? No, nothing. You're not going to pick up anything. It's just going to be something that you do at the moment. They're doing it because they like it. That's why they have the discipline, they have the consistency, and they keep improving. Okay, and then there's me here. I'm like, oh my God, skating is so cool. Let me join too. But when I join, I only do it. I only progress when I'm with them, because I only start doing it when I'm with them. Poser. Same like when I invite my family to dive in the water with me. Come join me in the water. And then she's like, oh really? It's fun. But turn out it's not. I'm not saying like it's not her. It's not her interest. She likes it, but it's not her time yet to be consistent about it. So that's about it. Don't follow me. Don't be like, don't post shit. I don't have time, because you see, it's obviously I start a platform. Obviously I start a teaching platform, trying to educate people, right? Stay there. Like, learn from there. What the fuck? Like, it's like bunch of lecturers are hanging out at the cafe, right? Talking about the system, the education system, whatsoever. You know what I'm saying? Like, maybe talk about improving the system and whatsoever. Yeah, together. And then you, the student, the first year student, you just come in and be like, can I sit with y'all? Can I sit with y'all? And then why are you going to talk about? Like, you don't even understand what we're talking about here. You don't even understand what the lecturer is talking about there. I mean, like, you're just gonna block the flow of conversation, you know? Do you get it? So why do you want to come and be friends with me when you don't even understand what I'm talking about, where I'm coming from? You don't even, you're not even familiar with the words that I'm using, the context that just be my student. Stay there. The fuck? Exactly, that's what's going on. It's not about, oh, you think you're better than me now, you think you're so higher than me now. No, bitch, what the fuck? And no, you don't understand what we're talking about, then go stay on the other side. I already opened a class, I already opened consultation, I already share so much medium there, so much resources there, so much materials there for you to learn about how to get to my level of consciousness, how to advance your level of consciousness, basically. So the fact you don't want to admit that you need education, and then you want to cling on me like what you got going there? Shut the fuck up. What they got to do with you? Go. What the fuck? I have my time where I want to talk to people and progress, you see? But if I talk to someone who is at kindergarten level, you're slowing my progress. Stop. Ew. When I talk with these people, the only time that the conversation can keep going, if I stoop down to their level and start talking about stupid shit that you're talking about. Stupid shit, like tip of the iceberg. Like, continue to talk about the tip of the iceberg, like same shit over and over again. Making fun about like, oh, this iceberg is better than the iceberg. Bitch, what the fuck? You're not going anywhere. I'm already somewhere else. That's why y'all don't face me in any ways. If you're gonna continue to talk about your tip of the iceberg, like, okay, go ahead. Do you find your friends like that? Like, don't bother like, hey, what you doing now? Hey, what you up to? Hey, what's your plan now? Shut the fuck up. What do you know about me? You don't even understand me. Okay, bye.